Good morning. I'm happy to be here. His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz bin Talal, the representative of His Royal Highness Prince Talal bin Abdulaziz, Excellency Minister, Ambassador, distinguished guests, I'd like to welcome you here in this beautiful city of Geneva. This year, this is the 7th Symposium of AGFUND. Our theme is this year is achieving the Sustainable Development Goal in West and Central Africa through financial inclusion. This is a very important subject for two reasons. It touches people. It's really touched people, and financial inclusion has become a very strong tool to help people take them out of poverty, which is reflected in achieving the Sustainable Development Goal. And believe me, we cannot achieve the 17 goal if we cannot take people out of poverty. And this is first goal, and second goal cannot be achieved with financial inclusion. Because as you know all, poor people, they are not just need charity, they need access to finance. They need access to reasonable products, to help them to be included, to help them to save a little money, to create their own asset, to improve they have a collateral. They need access to microinsurance to survive. Without talking about financial inclusion, our subject this year, I cannot go further without even giving just a little background of AGFUND, how AGFUND started. AGFUND started by the initiative of His Royal Highness Prince Talal bin Abdulaziz. He was the special envoy for UNICEF at 1980. He came up with the idea of creating AGFUND with partnership with the United Nations organization and supported by the GCC leaders at that time. So we continue since 1980 until now, focusing in 5 areas: early childhood development, empower women, civil society, and open and distant education, and financial inclusion. That's 5 areas I remember His Royal Highness always repeating it. Any country give a priority to that 5 areas, it could easily move from poverty to the developing, and from developing to the developed country. Look at all countries. If you ignore early childhood development, that you ignore your future. If you cannot empower women, empower women is the backbone in development. There is no way we cannot make a lot of change in Africa without empower women in Africa and be a leader and leading the financial inclusion. This is an area where AGFUND since 1980s have supported 1,500 projects in 133 countries. You know why? Because His Royal Highness believes in partnership. We never have a single project without partnership. You name it. Whatever we see, look at our AGFUND project, we're proud. It's always have success because of partnership, not because of the idea, of course, with the support of His Royal Highness. This is something is clear when His Royal Highness came up with the initiative of having financial inclusion. I remember 1995 when he said, we need a specialized bank. Bank for the poor? No. That should be outside the financial system. You're talking about MFI, this is it. He said, no, I need a specialized bank, full-fledged bank, under the supervision and guidance of the central bank to include those poor people. His Royal Highness talking about it in 1995, when most of the people think that microfinance should be outside of the financial system. Now, there is no way financial system can survive without including microfinance and the poor in that area. We thank God by successfully have 9 banks: Jordan, Yemen, Bahrain, Syria, Lebanon, Palestine, Sudan, Mauritania, and Sierra Leone. A lot of people ask me, why His Royal Highness take you to Sierra Leone? You know why? His Royal Highness advised us when we complete and successfully done our project in Yemen. He said, take experts from Yemen to Sierra Leone and have them help Sierra Leone, because that's what we call poor-to-poor cooperation. That bank in Sierra Leone was held by Yemenis. Imagine that right now, as we talk, the only bank is working in Yemen is Amal Bank. You guys Google it. When international donor went disperse 180 million and compete even private sector, our bank in Yemen, the one who did it, within 2 months, they distribute 182 million. When the crisis started in Yemen, we have 17 branch and 200 agents. Now we have 5,000 agents. We have right now more than 100,000 electronic account, digital account in Yemen for displaced and refugees people. And this is what make microfinance a strong tool even during conflict. And AGFUND is this year have achieved and dispersed since inception until now more than $600 million. You know how many we celebrate this year? AGFUND annually now celebrated that we disperse 100 million every year. Let's work together to have our first 100 million in Africa within 5 years. This could happen. If that's happened in the Arab region with short term in Africa, it will be easier with the support of partner. So AGFUND, when AGFUND, AGFUND is not aware, far away from the global, recommendation initiative. So I remember during, most of the people maybe didn't know that we already have a project during the Millennium Development Goal, for the Millennium Development Goal. When Sustainable Development Goal started, now we have in AGFUND that we have 11 projects aligned with the SDG. So AGFUND right now, whatever project, if it's not go directly to the SDG, we don't do it. And this is one of the area we proud that we have done so. The thing is this, AGFUND right now believe in 17 goal partnership. And we don't want to talk about AGFUND, but AGFUND could be a role model for the people who want to understand what's goal of number 17. If you look at AGFUND since 1980, will prove to you what mean partnership. We're happy to announce this year we have signed a memorandum of understanding with the Suez Agency for Development and Cooperation, supporting financial inclusion. I'm happy that AGFUND now became a member of the Suez Capacity Building Facility, chaired by the woman as Olga. She is our chairwoman. I'm always happy. That's what's Royal Highness. When women chair, when women head of any organization, we always look at it as this is going to work. This is work. This is the only way it works. And I'm happy to announce that right now, within 3 months, I'm talking about 3 months, we already approved 2 projects with the facility. And that project funded by AGFUND and by SDC. And we're hoping that AGFUND with Badia will be opening 14 banks. Dr. Sidi Waldattah from Badia, yeah. Now we already have a commitment going together to have 14 banks. A lot of people say, 14 banks? I said, yeah. Central Bank of Regional in West Africa will give us 1 license, and we'll open 8 banks. We look at it in AGFUND, it's 8 branches. If you have the team, if you have the capability, as well as we want to help that country to have national financial strategy. When I mean national finance, through microfinance and financial inclusion. I'm not talking about the big national financial strategy, central banks in some country look at it. I'm talking about commercial bank. No, I'm looking about something is smaller, looking at how to include those people in the financial sector. Whatever your questions and ask in this symposium, we in AGFUND, we don't take it as a recommendation. We take it as an action. If you agree about something, we take it and implement it right away in our existing project or in Africa. Thank you all, and I wish you all exciting and fruitful session. Thank you very much.